Third Highfield Road tonight. Oh, enjoyed that, I would say.
I played in the same team as Kesey, and like me, he's at his best in the bar afterwards, very definitely. Now listen, every manager in the Premiership will have worn out the teletext button on his TV set, dissecting the league table over the past few weeks, but it's now really that the harsh reality sets in. 3 games to go, Trevor, and as far as tonight's teams are concerned, it's win or nothing, almost.
I think it certainly is for Arsenal. I think that shows in their lineup tonight, but I think for Coventry, they're on a nice little run and beaten the last 3. They want that to continue. So I think tonight, obviously if they won, I think on 40 points they would be safe, Alan. But I think they would look at tonight's match against Arsenal as the most difficult of the 3 remaining. They've got Derby here and then Spurs away. So if they can get a point tonight, then draw the last 2, I think they'll be safe.
OK, let's check on the teams. Coventry begin the game with 37 points from 35 games, and if they win, they'll go above Blackburn and level on points with Leicester. Gordon Strachan's gone to great lengths to keep his team and tactics secret tonight. In the end, he's made just 1 change from the lineup which drew at Southampton on Saturday, and that involves bringing himself into the starting 11 and demoting Darren Huckabee to the substitutes bench. However, that does mean several positional changes, all a matter of speculation, but this is how we think, Trevor, the shape will look.
Yes, and we have to emphasise, Alan, that we can't be 100% sure, but we feel that it'll be 3 at the back. Williams, Shaw and Burrows. I think Telford will play as a wing-back, as will David Burrows, who's passed the fitness test. And the big surprise, I feel, is Gordon Strachan playing himself. He's taken one hell of a gamble. I hope for his sake it pays off. Alongside him, he's got McAllister and Whelan. So it's a very adventurous middle 3. And up front, top goal scorer Dion Dublin, alongside Peter Unlove, who got the equaliser on Saturday.
For now, Arsenal, they had more than the usual knocks and bruises following what was a hard-fought game against Blackburn on Saturday, but everyone recovered, and Arsene Wenger has made just 1 change, Paul Merson returning in place of Stephen Hughes. They always used to say in football, who cares who finishes second? But that certainly doesn't apply anymore in the Premiership, and Arsenal have their sights set on next season's Champions League, either as runners-up or as title holders, should Manchester United conspire still to throw it away.
Well, there's no doubts these days, is it, about the way that Arsenal play. Always have the 3 at the back. And I was talking about Arsenal's intentions. They've got to win this, and that's the reason I believe they've brought back Paul Merson. But it's who's going to play against him. I presume that he's going to play in the era of Gordon Strachan. So though Gordon likes to get forward, I think he's got a real responsibility tonight, playing in the era of Paul Merson. Expect Merson to go loose. I don't think he'll stay in the middle 3. He will look to link in behind Bergkamp in right. So as I say, Gordon Strachan, 40 years of age. I hope he's a fit 40-year-old.
Well, when you think how this season began for these Arsenal fans, the fact that they could actually be in the Champions League next season is something they could not seriously have dreamed of in the months of September, and certainly in that opening month when the club seemed in such disarray. For the Coventry supporters, well, I guess this is becoming a yearly battle, really. It's one of the parts of football folklore, if you like, that this is the 30th consecutive season in the top division, and only Arsenal, Liverpool and Everton have spent more time at the top level than Coventry City. And they keep clinging on when so many decide that this is to be their final season at this level. They've got 37 points in 35 games, and even a draw tonight would actually give them the same number of points that they gathered in the whole of last season, when of course 38 points was enough to stay up, albeit only on goal difference, and I'm sure they wouldn't want to go through that again. Tony Adams, who is playing on despite that serious ankle injury, which will only really recover when he has the opportunity for proper treatment and rest, will lead Arsenal yet again tonight. And he is one of 4 men in the Arsenal team who were named by Glenn Hoddle in the England squad for Georgia today. David Seaman, of course, another, Ian Wright, and Martin Keown has retained his place after his recall to the squad for the Mexico game. Gary McAllister has played every single game in this, his first season for Coventry City since joining them from Leeds United. He couldn't have envisaged a relegation battle when he moved over in the summer, but that's the name of the game now. Some tense faces, and don't make the mistake that Arsenal are treating this as anything other than a really, really vital match. They know that to keep the pressure on Liverpool for the runners-up spot, and maybe even on Manchester United, they have to win. And Gordon Strachan leads his team, knowing that anything less than victory and the relegation situation would go to those nail-biting final 3 games. Well, Coventry's annual battle to avoid the drop has reached a critical stage. Win tonight and they're surely safe. Victory for Arsenal would keep the nerve ends jangling at Highfield Road and boost Arsenal's hopes of a place in the Champions League. We've got the whole game live, starting very soon.
Monday Night Football.
From Highfield Road, where our match commentators this evening are Trevor Francis and Alan Parry.
Thank you, Richard. Welcome back to Highfield Road. Coventry have taken 7 out of their last 9 points in the Premiership and lost just 2 of 7 games in that period of time. However, Gordon Strachan knows that points are still needed to make safety certain, and that's one of the reasons he's introduced himself into the team tonight at the age of 40. That does not incidentally make him the oldest player ever to appear in the Premiership. That honour, if you want to call it that, goes to that great character and goalkeeper John Burridge, who was 43 when he turned out for Manchester City a couple of years ago, but Strachan certainly the oldest outfield player ever. Remarkably, only 7 years his junior is Ian Wright, whose goals have done so much to lift Arsenal into a position where certainly up to Saturday they had a real possibility of overtaking Manchester United and winning the championship. Arsene Wenger has now said that, as he insisted all along, that isn't going to happen, but second place, a very real prospect for the Gunners, and that would be some achievement in Wenger's first season in charge. So 2 teams with very different reasons for wanting the maximum 3 points here tonight. The referee Keith Burge from Wales signals the start of this crucial encounter. Arsenal in their familiar red and white, attacking from left to right. Keown looking for but not finding Bergkamp. The clearance by Burrows, and here's Patrick Vieira. What a marvellous first season as well for him in English football. Difficult to believe he is only 20. Adams and Bold restored again after various injury problems to the heart of Arsenal's defence. Wright's layoff testing Adams. Vieira available as ever. And now Keown with a chance to move forward. Merson, what an opportunity again for him after being out for 5 games. This is Bergkamp. Gets it back from Ian Wright. Merson drifting out to the right, and the cross was dangerous. Shaw met it first. Here's Keown. Merson. That's a lovely looking ball, but in the end just too close to Steve Agricevic. Strachan belying his age to get forward with a very sprightly sprint. And Platt misplays his clearance straight to Unlow. And the shot by McAllister, and it's taken it straight to Dublin. Chance here. What a start for Coventry City. Dion Dublin. And it was Platt's error that gave him the chance of the goal.
Well, it's a fantastic finish from Dublin. A mistake from Platt. I'm not so sure whether he's offside. It's very, very tight. Definite deflection. But it's a real cool finish. Hits it across Seaman, gives him no chance. Unbelievable start for Coventry.
5 goals in the last 8 games now for Dion Dublin. And Coventry have started this game in a mood to suggest that that place after 30 seasons in the Premiership is something they're going to hang on to. And Strachan, the man leading the revival. Bold, deflecting it wide, and Coventry have a throw. Well, it's just what they would have wanted to settle their nerves, Coventry City. A goal in the first 90 seconds. Well, what a mistake by David Platt. Hard to understand what he thought he was doing, playing the ball straight back towards his own goal.
Well, it caused complete panic, didn't it?
Vieira. Good run here from Merson. Well, he was taken out off the pitch as it happened. Not quite sure what the referee's going to give here.
Well, it's a very late challenge. I think he's actually going to get away without a yellow card, which is slightly surprising. Certainly no attempt at all to play the ball.
Free kick has been given. Merson was off the pitch at the time of the challenge. The ball was still on it. Well, we all know how dangerous Arsenal can be in these set pieces, and that was a very dangerous kick by Winterburn. Burrows across to head for the corner. Tremendous all-action start then at Highfield Road. Keown and Adams together. Bold is up there as well. Winterburn will take it again. Bold on the near post. Ooh, and Agricevic mishandles it. Well, as Ian Wright came in then, there was a great shout by the Coventry players for a free kick, and that indeed is what the referee's given.
Well, it's an outstanding chances for Bergkamp. Not quite sure what the referee's given there.
Me neither.
It's actually Platt who gets the header in, comes off the chest of Agricevic, completely surprised. Well, what's wrong with that? Well, the referee's given a goal kick.
Dublin gets the touch on. Vieira plays it straight back in again. And what an eventful opening we've had.
But David Platt was so close there, wasn't he, to making up for his early mistake. I can only presume Alan, the referee, given a goal kick. There was certainly nothing wrong with it.
Adams, Vieira. Merson lets it run to Keown. Merson appearing more down the right than the left where we expected him. Keown clipping it in towards right. Who miscontrolled it. Strachan. A high-tempo start to this game. Dublin takes over. Well, beyond Dublin's value to Coventry City, you cannot really overstate. Gordon Strachan himself has said he's a top-level striker, but an international-class defender. And, of course, he's used him so often as a defender this season. But when the chips are really down towards the end of the season, it's Dublin, the goal scorer, that has been Coventry's saviour. And it's he that's given them this early lead tonight. Williams' free kick is aimed again at Dublin, who won the header well, and it drops to Whelan and then Unlov. That was a chance.
Great header this from Dublin. But the marking was very loose. As you see there, Adams and Keown confronted with Unlov and Whelan. Rather too loose. It was a good chance.
On Saturday, of course, at Southampton. And that was his first goal for a year. Bergkamp. Shaw took it away from him. Strachan. Dublin. And played on again for Unlov to use his pace, but Adams covered superbly. Dublin's layoff, and the offside flag stops Unlove in his tracks this time. Coventry City with just 2 games left after tonight. They have Derby County here and Tottenham Hotspur away. Bergkamp got up well then, and so too did Wright, but he caught Shaw accidentally, I think. And certainly there was no reaction from Shaw, but the free kick has gone against the Arsenal man. Grisovic looking for Dublin, and his presence forced Bold into the error. Adams clearing, not the best ball for Dixon. And Coventry City are really up for this. Well, a goal against Arsenal is a rare thing in itself. They have the best defensive record of any team in all 4 divisions in the league. That's only the 30th against them in, well, this is their 36th game in the Premiership tonight. And they also have the best record in the country away from home, just 13 in 17 games now. Ian Wright has upset the referee again with that latest challenge.
It's a very late challenge, this. You see Wright catches Burrows, leaves his foot in.
And consequently gets the yellow card. Now, sometimes Wright's enthusiasm gets the better of him. And Steve Grisovic is one man who knows that, because of course when the teams met at Highbury back in October, Big Oggy got his nose broken in a collision, shall we say diplomatically, with Ian Wright. And Burrows certainly feeling the effect of that late challenge. Keown's clearance has gone straight to Whelan. And Whelan doing well here to find a way through. Pushes aside Dixon, looks for Unlove near post. It came out almost to Dublin. Keown brilliantly covered that. He took a risk, but he got away with it. Merson. Dixon. On it goes from Platt. Coventry looking good here.
Well, obviously the goal, Alan, has upset the Arsenal defence, because I've never seen them look so uneasy at the back. Even saw David Seaman then coming out, made the wrong decision. That's where they're not dominating, is in the air. Dublin is out jumping Bold on 2 or 3 occasions.
Here's Unlove with another chance to use his speed, but Adams, again, that vital step ahead of him, and in any case, the offside flag has gone up. Well, Arsenal haven't even conceded a goal in their last 5 away games. In fact, the last time they did at West Ham, it was an own goal, so Dion Dublin here became the first opposition player to score against them in an Arsenal away fixture since Alf Inge Haaland of Nottingham Forest, and that was before Christmas.
When you look at that goal again, Alan, I just wonder, you know, if David Seaman feels he should have done better. I thought the shot was more angled towards the corner, but he actually gets a hand to it. May have caught him cold. It's his first bit of action in the game. And I think he may look back on that and think, well, could possibly have done better.
He was outstanding in the corresponding game here, I remember, last season. McAllister, Unlove. That must have had a horrible vision of his earlier mistake drifting before his eyes there. Bergkamp finds some room. Winterburn to his left. Tremendous run. Brought down And there was some controversy at the weekend. I know a lot of the Blackburn players felt that there had been some exaggerated dives by Bergkamp, but I don't think Whelan can complain here, surely. In fact, he's just been booked as well.
Well, Whelan didn't feel he made any contact, and I think I may have to agree with him.
Free kick it is, and a yellow card for Noel Whelan. Bold with a chance, but it just carried, what, a matter of inches too far in front of him.
Well flighted ball from Bergkamp, slightly overhit. Easy catch for Grizovic.
Here's Strachan. Good interception from Winterburn. A nice little touch from Wright, finds Platt. Bergkamp. Strachan's challenge. And if ever a man set an example, it's Gordon Strachan. Whether he can keep it going for an hour and a half is a big question mark, of course. But the mood in which he has started this game has certainly given the inspiration to the rest of the Coventry team. He started a recent match against Chelsea. Up to then, he'd only been used by himself as a substitute. And Dublin's power in the air is causing Arsenal problems.
It's actually surprising, Alan, that Bowen is playing on the left-hand side of the back. We thought that he would play in the centre and Adams on the left. We've elected to play Bowen on Dublin. At the moment, it's certainly not working because Dublin is dominating Bowen. Just a word for those who like to hear about the formations. We did say that Shaw would play in the centre, but in fact there's Burrows in the centre, Shaw on the right. It's Williams on the left-hand side.
Free kick has gone Arsenal's way here, and they've gone on with it rather too quickly. The referee won't allow that. Two cautions, of course, already tonight, and it's not an entire surprise because we have two of the most indisciplined teams in the Premiership. Coventry have had 5 red cards this season, more than anyone else, and Arsenal, well, it's now 76 yellows, and that's a lot more than anyone else. Here's Bowl. And Bergkamp. Vieira angles one forward for Winterburn. Oh, what about that? A little back heeler by Strachan, unlucky. This one out of play, but nice to see him having the confidence to try the little tricks. Received by Bergkamp this time, and that's a lovely skill by Bergkamp. Flat. Rather an easy clearance by Burrows, but they've got away with it, Coventry for the moment. Keogh. Vieira into the space. And just slipped at the vital moment. Well, it's got a real edge to it, this game. And Coventry's early goal, scored by Dion Dublin, could prove so crucial. Mercy. It's a good ball. Bergkamp tried to turn his man and got the cross in well. Well, a shot by Ian Wright was never really destined to do anything other than go way over the bar. He was falling backwards as he hit it.
Once again, excellent play from Dennis Bergkamp. Merson does well against the near post. Bergkamp holds off his marker, Williams, and manages to get the cross in.
Well, remarkably enough, after all the dry weather we've had, it's raining pretty heavily here at Highfield Road, and that's just adding that nice little slick to the surface. It's making the ball travel that bit quicker, and that always seems to give you a better game. Seaman immediately pressurised by Dublin. Burrows, good ball. Unluck. Dixon did well to get back, but he's conceded the corner.
Well, the last time we came here, Alan, it's against Wimbledon, and from this position, identical corner, it was that man in the picture there, Dublin, who headed into the, I think it was the equaliser, wasn't it? Or was it the opening goal? Certainly scored.
And quite a lot of his goals have come from set pieces this season. It's he and Williams and Whelan all together on the near post. And a good corner as well, and he's got the touch again. It was cleared off the line, and Strachan's shot hit wide. Winterburn making sure that Arsenal didn't go too behind.
Well, we certainly caught it, but whoever was on the goal line made a very, very welcome clearance, because it was Dublin who gets his head to it. I think it's Winterburn who gets the touch. There you saw the benefit of having somebody on the post, because if Arsenal elected to have nobody on that far post, they would have been 2 down.
Well, what a contribution from Nigel Winterburn, who incidentally is in his testimonial season and tells me that he hopes to have Glasgow Rangers on May the 13th, subject to police permission, as the visitors for his testimonial game. Whelan, lovely little touch on to McAllister. Unluck. Burrows. Dixon has it back for Arsenal. Now Merson. Could be a very good ball for Wright, but it's just picked up pace. Mistake by Agrizovic, and the referee has given a penalty. Agrizovic bringing down Ian Wright, and he knew it.
Alan, you mentioned the rain. I'm sure the conditions played a part in this. It really skids off a greasy surface. Agrizovic at fault, takes the legs of Wright. But just look how quick Ian Wright is getting onto that. He realised straight away there's a mistake. He was onto it.
And Ian Wright has the chance to bring Arsenal level, and of course has taken it. And as ever, orchestrates the applause as dramatically as he scores the goals. So many renowned strikers, more than half of his goals this season have come in away games. That's 15 now of the 28 he scored. Certain, of course, to be top scorer for his 6th successive season. And now just 7 short of Arsenal's club record. And an interesting talking point on that penalty: was Steve Agrizovic lucky not to be shown the red card? We've seen many goalkeepers dismissed in similar situations to that. No one wants to see any player sent off, but that surely must have been close to a dismissible offence.
Well, I do know, Alan, if it had been a dry pitch, there's no way Oggy would have made that mistake. The greasy conditions certainly contributed to the error from Agrizovic.
Strachan's free kick. Dublin gets up well again. And Dixon's clearance. Oh, what a terrific game. This is 20 minutes gone. We've had 2 goals, we've had a goal line clearance, we've had a major talking point with Agrizovic staying on the field. And in between we've had a lot of very good football. Burrows. Now McAllister. Dublin let it run, and Adams gets it clear, but only as far as Strachan. McAllister. Strachan working so hard to get there. Now does he do it? Burrows. And now Whelan. Dublin on the far post. That's why Keown was so desperate to get it away. Shaw, Dublin. Dramatic clearance by Tony Adams. Ian Wright being booed by the crowd, but I really don't think the referee could have given anything other than a penalty. And now the crowd cheering because they think he's injured. Sportsmanship not always alive and well and living in the Premiership, it seems. Here's Dixon. And the return ball almost found Keown. Burrows getting it clear. Midway through the first half, and it's Coventry City 1, Arsenal 1. Merson. This is Burrows. Another of the Coventry veterans. Over the head of Dublin. Adams will clean it up for Arsenal, or should do. Winterburn. Look at Strachan flying in for every challenge, closing players down, running around like a new teenage signing. That's brilliant play by Dixon to keep that one in, and Merson with a good ball for Bergkamp. Oh, it was an audacious effort by the Dutchman. And Ian Wright having received treatment from Gary Lewin for that ankle injury, I think it was back on. Dublin again winning an important header, but Platt and Bold get it away from danger. And Wright. And Bold has stayed forward for the moment. Whelan. Wright comes to win it back, and no offside. Bergkamp can take Arsenal in front here. Off the line again. Burrows the hero this time. Dixon. Shaw gets it clear. Here's Patrick Vieira. Great tackle, but it comes out to Merson. The whistle has gone, and a free kick will go Coventry's way. Just what they needed.
Well, it's a great goal line clearance, wasn't it, from David Burrows? Good ball from Vieira. Bergkamp always wants to get onto his right foot. He has time. Slots it past the Grizovic. Excellent play from Burrows. He knew where the danger was as a defender. He went back onto his goal line. Chose exactly the right option. Hits him on the back.
Well, he's only won back his place in recent weeks, David Burrows, after playing just one game in the previous 4 months. He's had a groin injury that's troubled him all season, and he missed most of last season with various injuries as well. But when fit, a quality defender, and underlined his quality in that moment. Well, I'm not surprised to see that statistic. 11 goal attempts, 2 goal line clearances, and 2 that finished up in the net.
Well, once again, they're Dublin causing problems. He really is a big problem this evening to the Arsenal back three. Steve Bold just can't get to grips with him.
McAllister with the free kick. Interesting effort. Well, let's look back on the Arsenal penalty, Trevor. No question that it was a penalty, and tucked away with all the calmness you'd expect of an ace goal scorer.
Well, we've seen players being sent off that, or I should say goalkeepers, but I think possibly a yellow card would have been sufficient. But if Grizovic is fortunate to get away with just to tell him off. Well, you can say that Ian Wright's not a Grisbit's favourite player, can you, Alan, after the problem he had at Highbury in the season?
Yes, one way or another, those two seem to be great competitors. Telfer. Clearance was by Winterburn. And Shaw guides it out of play. Well, talking of great competitors, we've got another big night of boxing coming up on Sky Box Office on Saturday, May the 3rd. 3 world title fights with Prince Nassim Hamed topping the bill. For more details on this special pay-per-view event, call our information line 0990 800 888. That's 0990 800 888. Even Arsene Wenger, who's not a demonstrative coach by any means, has been moved to do a touch of the Martin O'Neill's on the touchline in this game. It's been a high-tempo, incident-packed opening 28 minutes here. Dublin in a good position in the box, and Dixon had to get that clear. Burrows right behind him. Awkward ball for Platt to clear. White has won it back, but given it away to Unlow. And Williams. Burrows. Good interception by Keogh, and excellent defending. And Vieira releases it early. Shaw read the danger. Strachan.
It's an excellent run from Bergkamp, but he needed the ball from Vieira, played in the space behind Shaw.
Whelan has done well. He's lost 2 players with that little shimmy and turn. And Unlock plays it back to him. Great defending from Bowl. Telfer keeps it in. The cross aimed at Dublin. And this is Burrows. Dublin is lying injured as the centre comes in again. And that will be cause for concern for Coventry. Still down on one knee in Arsenal's penalty area as Bergkamp shows his brilliant skill again. But the tackles are biting in. Dublin on his feet, but limping at the moment. Whelan. Burrows. Love couldn't control it, and Arsenal come away with Adams finding Bergkamp. Adams has continued his run forward, but even he not keen to go on to that through ball. And Dublin has now gone down injured, and obviously is hoping the referee will allow him to get treatment, but he's not going to stop play at this moment as Merson goes forward for Arsenal. Good challenge by Williams.
I can't believe the Coventry players don't put the ball out.
Well, he must have heard you, because Williams has now.
They've certainly got opportunity prior to that. They let them continue playing, even though they were down to 10 men. And there you see Dublin going up, yet again above Keown this time. Oh, that's a bad fall. For me, he may possibly have damaged his knee ligaments there.
Yeah, that was horrible. The knee almost collapsed underneath him, his right knee, as he came down heavily. And if there's one player they don't want to lose, it's him. And just taking the opportunity to go around and fire out the instructions to players. And Dublin will have to be treated off the field. Well, now, will Arsenal return the ball to Coventry here after what happened to them on Saturday? Yes. Well done, Arsenal. They did remember the spirit of the game. Merson survived the first challenge from Williams, but not the second from Burrows. Whelan. Oh, he played that blind, Whelan. He gave Shaw a real problem. Strachan lets it run on. Unlove, lovely little ball for Whelan. Keown, the defender. And back it goes to Strachan. But he gave his manager rather too much to do then. It's been a hugely enjoyable half an hour or so. Williams has come forward for what one assumes will be a long throw in here. He's stationed on the near post. Dublin at the moment is just testing out that injury, jogging up and down the track surrounding the pitch. And I have to say, it doesn't look too clever.
Out of the way he landed, he put the whole weight on that knee, and I'll be surprised if there's not some sort of ligament damage.
Well, they'll want to be absolutely sure before deciding to substitute him, but you would have to say that he's running very, very awkwardly, and indeed only jogging awkwardly on that right leg at the moment.
Well, it would be a tremendous loss for Gordon Strachan, but what a boost this would be for Arsene Wenger, because he has been the big threat all evening.
Vieira under pressure, and the pressure is enough. It was a sloppy throw, and Platt read the danger. Further thinking by him. Here's Bergkamp, right to his right. Dixon, Platt arriving in the box, so too is Merson. And it's goal kick.
Yet another injury there, Alan. I think it's Whelan. He was the man who tracked down the run of Merson, and I think he caught the follow-through of Merson as he attempts to shoot here. Just catches Whelan.
Meantime, on the halfway line, Keon Dublin is coming back. Well, judge for yourself, he certainly doesn't look right, does he? Sometimes he can run injuries off if it's just a knock, but if, as Trevor suspects, it was some kind of ligament damage, then they're taking a risk. They've got Darren Huckabee, young striker who's done so well for them this season, on the bench. I've just seen Dublin pull up again. He's in big trouble. I really don't think he can continue here, and he could make the injury worse carrying on. He wanted to come back on because he's so desperate to play, but he's limping around now, and I think he's had it. Keogh. Whelan. Strachan, no movement at all up front from Dublin. He's rooted to the spot. He can't move. Vieira. Merson. Lovely quick football by Arsenal. Williams defended well. And again, to find Burrows. Williams was caught by a late challenge from Vieira then. Conditions having a bit to do with one or two of these challenges, but not everything. Well, clearly, Darren Huckabee is about to come on, and that can only mean that Keon Dublin has to go off. Harry Pendry just saying, well, hang on a minute, let's wait until we've got Huckabee ready. But he is coming off anyway, and this is why. And I think the picture was a graphic illustration of why. And the main concern now for Coventry, well, not just tonight, of course, but in the two games they've got left. Someone please explain to me why players never seem to be ready when they're about to be brought on. You're a manager, Trevor. Why do they have to go through all this rigmarole with the tie-ups and the shirt and everything? Why aren't they all ready to come on at a moment's notice?
Good question, Alan. Some players, they prefer to sit in the dugout without their boots on, some without their pads. In Huckabee's defence, though, he never expected Dublin to have come off after 35 minutes.
10 minutes to half-time, it's 1-1, and the Coventry goal scorer is out of the action. Bergkamp finding Wright. Merson. Wright's made a great little run into the penalty area, and gets there. Dixon. Bergkamp far post. Oh, that's great defending, but it's still in trouble here, so Strachan got it clear. Williams comes straight through the clearance. McAllister. Great run by Strachan. Done brilliantly. Wonderful play by Strachan. That turned the clock back. Telfer. Whelan well placed in the middle. But as usual, Keown spotted the danger. Little Strachan was fouled then by the somewhat beefier figure and certainly taller man, Vieira.
I think the referee actually gave handball against Vieira.
Telfer's cross. Ooh, Adams has sliced his clearance to Burrows. And that came off Keogh. It's a corner.
I think the referee's given offside.
Yes, you're right. The linesman has just flagged, so Burrows won't get the corner he was hoping for.
Certainly a deflection off the foot of Keogh. I think there are two players who are actually in an offside position. You see Burrows here, he puts his foot on it, shapes to hit it with his left foot, strikes the foot of Keogh. I think it's Whelan who's the most advanced player for Coventry, who's offside.
Winterburn. Bergkamp. Coming away there with Telfer, who won the battle. Bergkamp complains to the linesman that he should have had a free kick then. And the tackles continue to be very interesting.
Yes, and Ian Wright has to be very careful because that's a late challenge from behind on Strachan, who's already been in the book. Let's have a look. Oh, it wasn't quite as bad as what I thought, but it's certainly late, was from behind.
And credit to Strachan for not making more of it. McAllister from Telfer's free kick, finds Strachan. Whelan. Not the best ball he's played tonight, Strachan, but he's got away with it. And won it back well off Dixon. Burrows over McAllister's head. Platt takes on and beats McAllister. Handball by Strachan. Delivered in long to Keogh, and Grisovic came and punched, but only as far as Merson. And McAllister did absolutely superbly then for Coventry. Now finds Unlove. Just took too long to make up his mind, but he's still going, Unlove. Remarkable skill. This is Huckabee. Well, inventive play by Coventry. They were unfortunate not to get something out of that. But now Arsenal look menacing on the break with Merson. Adams is in the centre-forward position at the moment. The new freedom he's having under Wenger. I'm not quite sure his manager wants to see him there with 5 minutes of the half remaining, and Adams is making his way back now. But here he is.
From the midfield playmaker.
Great turn again from Bergkamp. He does that so brilliantly, doesn't he? Needs some support here. And he's wrestled to the ground by Williams, who is trying to claim that his shirt was being tugged first.
Well, I think it's the third attempt from Williams before the referee finally decided to give a free kick. There's the first, there's the second, there's the third.
3 falls, 1 submission or a knockout. And maybe the knockout blow is going to come here because Arsenal have 1 or 2 players who might fancy a shot on target here. The alternative, of course, is to hang it up for either Adams, Bold or Keogh. Let's see what they've got in the lockout. And it's set up for the shot by Merson. Wasn't a bad effort.
Not an easy ball to hit that as it's coming across.
Well, I say not a bad effort. When you see it from that angle, it was well wide, wasn't it? In 24 hours' time, another of the season's massive matches takes place exclusively live here on Sky. It's the FA Cup semi-final replay Can Chesterfield of Division 2 complete the dream? Or will Middlesbrough take their place against Chelsea at Wembley in the FA Cup final? Don't miss that. Seaman almost missed that under pressure from Huckabee. Adams. And Wright has miscontrolled it. Went sliding in late again on Love. He's walking a tightrope at the moment, Ian Wright, with that earlier caution. Well, I'm not sure Gordon Strachan will have admired that back heel of them from Unlove, which has given possession away to Arsenal. Keep it simple, I would have thought, was the message from his manager in that situation. Whoops, Nelson with a rather embarrassing miss-kick. Dixon did well to work hard and get it back. It's gone out of play, however. Coventry's throw.
And Arsenal at the back has certainly got a different threat now in the shape of Huckabee. I wouldn't think there's a quicker front two in the Premiership than Unloved and Huckabee. But no doubt, Coventry are missing the aerial threat of Dublin. What we call the out ball is certainly missing at the moment. They have to be more selective in their build-up. Everything must either go to feed or into the space behind. Anything in the air will be covered up by the Arsenal back three.
There was a lovely ball into the feet of Bergkamp by Wright. Dixon. Merson. And again looks for the little run, this time from Patrick Vieira. And the header wasn't far off target.
Good little run from Vieira and an excellent ball from Merson. Picks him out well. Just gets a little bit too much on it, but an intelligent run. Gets him behind his marker.
The referee's given a free kick to Arsenal there for the foul on Bowl, who will be relieved. I think that Dion Dublin is no longer part of this match, as he's been winning an awful lot of headers. As Trevor says, although they've lost that particular threat, Huckabee provides plenty of threat of his own. Now, Merson trying to provide a threat to Coventry. And maybe the match is out, but he hasn't quite got the measure of his shooting yet.
I'll be interested in half-time, Alan, just to hear what Andy thinks about the goal from Coventry. There was a slight doubt whether it was offside when Dublin received the ball.
There's certainly no shortage of talking points in this excellent first half at Highfield Road. Huckabee dispossessed by Keogh. Bergkamp's header. Right. Vieira opens it up for Winterburn on the left. Strachan's there to make life hard for him. Bergkamp with a glorious little ball. Flat. And Shaw's clearance was a poor one. He was rather lucky then. He played it straight to Winterburn. Huckabee. It's 3 against 4 at the moment, and Huckabee has beaten Keown first time, but Keown did well to get it away. Burrows. Bold with the clearance. And Arsenal can break, and again, it's 3 against 3 in fact this time. Merson. Oh, good defending by Burrows. Well, it's end-to-end stuff, this, as the old cliche goes. Wheeler. And Keogh, not for the first time in this half, has defended well.
Well, both sides are really going for it. It's a pity we've got to stop for half-time.
Well, if the second half is only 50% as exciting and eventful, you won't want to miss it. Superb 45 minutes at Highfield Road. Ian Wright, as usual, involved in one of the talking points of the half. But before that, Dublin had given Coventry City the lead with less than 90 seconds elapsed. He ended up going off with an injury, and before that, Coventry conceded a penalty, Grisevic's wild challenge on right, and the man himself stepped up to take the kick with confidence and bring the scoreline to Coventry City 1, Arsenal 1. We've had goal line clearances and all kinds since then. Plenty for Andy and Richard when we come back after the break.
The bad boys of British boxing are ready to rock.
Coming up this Thursday from Sky Sports on 1, the Victory Shield Series reaches its climax. The decider there, England against Scotland, live this Thursday at 7 o'clock. Right now it's Coventry and Arsenal from the FA Carling Premiership. Half-time, 1-1. A goal after 81 seconds for Coventry, equalised by Ian Wright. And Arsenal, since scoring, I think it's fair to say, Andy, have had the better of it. And these facts suggest that, don't they? One book, can you please? Whelan and Wright. Action areas Arsenal have had the better of, and the possession just, but it's fairly even, Stephen, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been a good first half, which I've really enjoyed it. Right from the minute that Dublin gave them the lead, I mean, it's zipped along. Both sides have been so committed to going forward. It's been good stuff.
What a start, and what a finish, really, to be fair to Dublin.
I think so. I mean, Trevor was questioning David Seaman here, but I tell you what, I think he strikes us ever so well. I think Seaman's position's pretty good, but the shot was so well struck, it was past him.
Was he offside?
Well, Trevor asked the question. We've got the perfect angle here, absolutely perfect, that shows most Coventry fans, and you are pleased to know, that he wasn't offside. They're a little bit unlucky in the fact that Tony Adams gets drawn out there into the tackle, so it does leave the back two now a little bit short here. Because Steve Bold normally would stay pretty close to Dublin, but he gets attracted infield. You can see him come in. Now Adams has got back. Now, where's he hitting it? There you go.
On.
Yeah, he's about half a yard onside.
You don't need your line, do you?
Don't need the line. 18-yard line is absolutely perfect there. The little deflection works for him. But as I say, once again, I think this is a great strike. Couldn't ask for much better than that.
And the equalising goal, first of all, the incident. Was there any doubt in your mind that it was a penalty?
No. I mean, look at this. He goes down. Oggy, he knows, I think, when he gets up. He turns away, hoping to take a goal kick, but I think he knew that it was a penalty.
He wasn't booked. Should he have gone off?
Well,
I mean, booked at least, might he have gone off?
Well, we saw Perez and we debated it about half an hour ago, about the Sunderland thing. People were saying he should have gone off. This was more serious than Perez's, I think, because it's in the 18-yard box. But I think that had he gone off, that would have been compounding it. They're a little unlucky, Coventry, because they lose possession when they've got good possession. And Merson doesn't hit a great ball. He's looking for Wright. You know what Wright's going to do. He's always going to run in behind. And Paul Merson looks to thread a ball through and just overhits it. And I think 9 times out of 10, Oggy gathers that up. But as he spills it there and it happens, he goes past. I think what saves him is the fact that I think it's Richard Shaw. He's around there with him.
Yeah.
And the referee, you can see just here. I'm not sure what kind of view he gets there with the Arsenal player, but there's nothing else impairing his view there. He must get a pretty good sighting of that. And I think had he gone off, it would have been rather harsh.
OK, so 1-1 then. 2 other opportunities that might have led to goals. Dublin here, and this is how much Coventry are going to miss him. That's off the line, isn't it?
Yeah, they will miss Dublin. I mean, that's what I say. That's what people are on the line for. I'm a great advocate of putting people on the line. And that was a smashing clearance. Here, Bergkamp really took his time with this, Richard. But Burrows does what you want your defender to do. You get back in there, you sense there's a little bit of danger. Just put your body in there, get on the line. I mean, he didn't so much save it as Bergkamp hit him. But if he hadn't got back in there, Coventry would be 2-1 down. And
what we have seen is 2 teams totally committed, both of whom want to win this, haven't we?
I think that's a measure of the importance of the game. Arsenal know they have to win if they've got any illusions of coming second. Coventry, I think, with so few games left, and I think only 1 more at home after this, 1 away, know that tonight would be a big 3 points for them.
And we will be back at Highfield Road in a moment or so, where it continues to rain. The entertainment underway. Our entertainment starts in a couple of minutes.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
We have
There's Another big night of live boxing coming up on Sky Box Office, Saturday, May the 3rd. 3 world title fights with Prince Nazim Hamed topping the bill. For more information on this special pay-per-view event, call the information line on 0990 800 888. Right now, the live football is Coventry against Arsenal at Highfield Road. The goal after 81 seconds for Dion Dublin and Coventry, equalised by Ian Wright from the penalty spot. Are there more goals in it, Andy?
I think there'll be more chances, Richard. I think what's helped, I mean, Trevor's talked about the conditions a couple of times tonight. I actually think that's helped in making the game entertaining, because when they've passed it about, it's really zipped off the surface and the pass has been crisp and bright. Coventry have got a problem though. They knocked the ball long to start, and Dion Dublin caused Arsenal's trio of centre-backs as much problems in the air as I've seen anyone cause him in that opening, 20-30 minutes that he was on. Now, with Darren Huckerby on as a replacement and in Love up front, they don't have an outlet as such. If they knock it high, it's just going to come straight back to them. So they've got to either try and feed it down the sides, down the channels a little bit more, into feet a little bit more, and it must be a big change in plan, because I'm sure they geared an awful lot on Dublin.
It's back to Highfield Road then to join our commentary team, Trevor Francis and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Richard. Welcome back. And being a sky blue man, you won't thank me for telling you that Coventry's home record is one of the reasons why they've been in trouble this season. Before tonight, only 4 wins from 17 matches here at Highfield Road, and in fact only Nottingham Forest have a worse home record than Gordon Strachan's team. Maybe they would regard 1 point tonight as being enough, but with Ian Wright around, you can never settle until that final whistle in any case. But certainly 1 point would take Coventry to 38, and as I mentioned before the kick-off, both Coventry and Southampton stayed up with 38 points last season, although I stress only on goal difference. Manchester City had 38 points and they went down. 40 points is generally regarded as the threshold for safety since the Premier League went down to 20 clubs. Arsenal, of course, with their sights set on the other end of the table and on qualification for Europe, which should come their way, irrespective of what happens. Remember, they are second on goal difference ahead of Liverpool, 64 points. A win, they'll be only 2 points behind Manchester United. But Arsene Wenger's team will have played 2 games more than Alex Ferguson's. And what's more significant is that if they win tonight, they'll be 3 points ahead of Liverpool and 7 ahead of Newcastle, the other teams challenging for the more important than ever runners-up position. That finding right. Here's Winterburn, Strachan with a little nudge in the back, spotted by referee Keith Birch. Well, we had a very early goal at the start of the first half. And Arsenal repeat the dose at the start of the second here. Winterburn looking for the header ball, and it just dropped to Keown. It's a good, clever turn by Keown, but Burrows read the danger.
And I'm just looking at the Coventry bench, and they've just sent Richardson out to warm up by himself. I don't know whether that's significant.
Gordon Strachan has been saying he finds it harder and harder these days to recover from matches. He did play half an hour at the Dell on Saturday, and has had the first 45 minutes, of course, here tonight. So maybe he's feeling the effects, we shall see. Adams under pressure here from Unlove. Oh, David Seaman took a confident touch then. Winterburn's clearance. Shaw helps it back to his goalkeeper. Steve Igricevic has not missed a game for Coventry this season, the season in which he broke the club appearances record. Telfer, sloppy ball, straight to Platt. Vieira. Adams drilling it out to Dixon. Now You can see the whole picture ahead of him. And finds Platt. Nicked off by McAllister, but it's Vieira again. First to it, and I see now Unlove is limping for Coventry in the centre circle. Another injury problem, perhaps. Strachan. Telfer down the right. Whelan. And it's broken loose. Vieira. Bergkamp. Wright's layoff. Merson's given it away to McAllister. And once again, Coventry guilty of sloppy play. Can Merson punish them this time? Bergkamp. Shaw the defender. And it's a foul by the Arsenal man. Who certainly made a big contribution to Arsenal's revival. It's 7 goals in his last dozen games, and on target to beat his total in his first season at Highbury of 16, though he's got to go some. He's on 13 currently. And Arsenal, after tonight, have just 2 games, Newcastle at home and Derby away. Saw a little incident then between Shaw and Bergkamp, and the Arsenal man gets the free kick this time.
Yes, the two of them get tangled up here, and Shaw just holding on to Bergkamp as he turns.
Arsenal with 5 wins in their last 7 games, and they kept 5 clean sheets in the process of that run. Traditionally, Arsenal's strength has been built on their defensive record, and that is pretty much in evidence again this season. And they've enjoyed 3 successive away wins at Everton, Southampton and Chelsea in the Premiership before tonight. Tony Adams. The layoff by Bergkamp. That's a superb through ball for Dixon. However, the linesman's flag halts that attack.
There's excellent play from Arsenal. Good ball in. Nice little load back from Bergkamp. Good running from Dixon. As you can see there, he's onside. And he was clear.
Platt's going to pressurise Williams all the way to the corner flag here. And it was good pressure by David Platt. Burrows turning it on well for Huckabee. Whelan takes over. Strachan. Shaw. Oh, that was a dangerous ball from Telfer. It's good football by Coventry, but it was in a dangerous area. And Strachan has overhit the ball intended for Huckabee. Vieira finding Wright. This is Telfer. Good ball from McAllister. Unlock. Overcome that knock that he had earlier in the half, and here's Strachan. McAllister well placed in the penalty area. Behind him was Whelan, and McAllister could still get there. Well, David Seaman turned to the referee, expecting a free kick, but the whistle never came. So that would have been allowed, and McAllister could have beaten him to it. Now, Arsenal counter-attack with Merson and now Bergkamp. It's not very often he gives it away as cheaply as that. Here he is again. Winterburn. Bold has made a forward run. And that ball from right somehow found its way back to Winterburn. Flat. Bergkamp. Merson well placed in the box here, but the flag has gone up offside. I wonder if he got it right this time, the linesman.
You can make this judgment, Alan. Well, the fella just in
Not
front of
sure.
it there, Winterburn, he's offside, but he's not interfering with play, is he?
Unless you take the old Bill Shankly maxim that he shouldn't be on the field if he's not interfering with play. Huckabee has lost Adams brilliantly. Can he finish? Huckabee! Oh, he'd done all the build-up so well, but when it came to the finish, well, I think Strachan's not too pleased with him.
Well, the amount of ground that Gordon Strachan made up to give support. Just have a look at Strachan here. All Huckabee had to do was just slip it inside to him. He elects to go alone. Really a wasted opportunity for Coventry.
And I think the manager said something along the lines of, I say, dear chap, do you think you might have made the wrong decision there? Something like that. Vieira. Headed away by Williams. Adams with a powerful header back in, and Ian Wright's onto it. Well, that's typically Ian Wright. He anticipated things, seemingly a second ahead of anyone else.
He certainly did anticipate that. As soon as it left the head of Adams, he anticipated it and went in behind.
Now, Arsenal have been gifted the ball back again here. And in the end, Merson, I think, used his hand to control the ball when it was on the deck. Just before that, a vintage moment from Ian Wright.
He takes it brilliantly on his right foot. Just can't quite get it to his right-hand side. Otherwise, he's in for another shot at goal. Great anticipation.
Just did enough to block the run from Bergkamp then. Unlock. Good skill. Huckabee up in support. And other players arriving. Huckabee looks for Whelan in the box. It's touched on beyond him. Telfer! What a miss. However, the referee seems to know that he's given a goal kick, so that goes down as a miss. I thought for a moment he'd given offside.
Well, Telfer did fantastic getting at the back post, but it really is a good chance. Gets it all wrong. That's the second chance in the last 3 minutes. They may rue these opportunities.
He's only managed one Premiership goal for Coventry in 61 appearances, and that was in only the second game he played for them over 20 months ago. If he could have doubled the total then, what an important goal it would have been. And the referee has penalised Arsenal here. He surely should have played advantage then. Bergkamp was in a wonderful position.
Well, that really is a poor decision. And then the ball's actually a yard away from Bergkamp when Mr. Burge puts the whistle into his mouth. I can't believe that.
Nor could he. It's held up towards Bold on the far post. Williams gets it clear. Adams. Merson did well with a difficult ball. And here he is again. Now McAllister. Great ball. Strachan. The ball fizzing around at such pace here. Merson, Bergkamp. That's got to be a free kick. And it's a very dangerous position for McAllister to concede it.
Brilliant skills this from Bergkamp. Nice tight control. Well, if it wasn't a free kick, it was certainly a sandwich.
Bergkamp and Platt two Arsenal men over the ball. That has walked away. Bergkamp takes. That must have been very close.
Well, I think Bergkamp's facial expression tells a story. That is close.
Big Oggy done well to get across to it, but the pace of the ball would almost certainly have beaten him if it had been just inches further to the left. The pace of this game, unrelenting. Very watchable this. Keown's presented it straight to Williams. On to Huckabee. Adams the defender. Huckabee's first really dangerous run. Oh, one of these shots at the end was a little bit hurried and well wide.
Well, once again, Huckabee annoys another experienced player. David Burrows makes good run up on the left-hand side, but Huckabee goes alone. The shot is wild and wide.
He was left out recently after 6 matches without a goal. Came on as a substitute against Chelsea. Started again against Southampton on Saturday and didn't make the starting 11 tonight. Dublin's injury has given him another chance. No reflection on his loss of form, simply that Gordon Strachan believes that he's just been a little tired in recent games now in Huckabee. But he's been a marvellous investment from Newcastle. 21 in 2 days' time. Free kick to Arsenal here, supported by the referee. They've taken it quickly. Merson. Adams. Ian Wright couldn't play the 1-2, and Arsenal had to get that one back. To the 10th stage now of this game, an hour gone.
It's interesting there that as Adams broke forward, obviously vacating that central position that he's played in for all this game, and it was a signal for Vieira to drop back in there to take his place. Intelligent play that from Vieira.
And Arsenal look dangerous here. 3 against 3 at the moment. Bergkamp looking for Wright in the box. It was Whelan who got back to clear.
Well, that's another good opportunity for Arsenal. I think Merson just played it slightly behind Bergkamp. He needed another yard in front of him. Had to check his step.
Well, the quality of the football, considering the pace of the game, has been remarkably good. Full of commitment as well. Here's Winterburn. That's a bit too strong for him. And Telfer almost got himself tied in a knot then, but he did very well to get out of that little cul-de-sac. Here's Strachan. The Arsenal statistics make impressive reading. Bergkamp touching it on for Wright. Shaw gets it away. And then Burrows. Keown. All the Arsenal central defenders encouraged to come forward when the opportunity presents itself these days. And Keown, one of the many who praises the work and attitude of Arsene Wenger.
This will be interesting. Certainly Coventry don't have Dublin now. When you look around there, Keown, Adams, Bode certainly represent a big aerial threat.
Winterburn's corner. Try to get in on the near post. It's been cleared only as far as Bergkamp. and has given Vieira a bit of work to do on that one. And the pace has slowed not one jot. Strachan living with the pace, it seems. That's a free kick. Is he really 40? There's plenty of guys who've settled for the old carpet slippers and nothing more energetic than taking the dog for a walk to the pub at that age. And there's Gordon Strachan competing with the pace of a game at the highest level. Whelan goes in strongly, but Arsenal have possession.
Well, he said in his programme notes, didn't he, that he was either going to play from the start against Southampton or this one tonight against Arsenal.
Referee ideally placed to see a nudge by Williams on Bergkamp. Making his way forward, ball already there. Keown has stayed back this time. Good header clear by Shaw. Vieira. Lovely little flick by Bergkamp. Offside. Well, no matter what Ian Wright does, the opposition fans boo him.
What they're actually booing for is because he kicks the ball straight into Ogrizovich's stomach. And you don't quite see it.
Well, you can't say he doesn't get involved in football matches, can you? Minutes remaining here, and the team's still level in this crucial Premiership fixture. Telfer's cross. Williams has got forward this time, and the ball is broken here. Oh, well, suddenly Whelan found himself unexpectedly with the ball at his feet. Williams still gets the cross in over Unlov's head, cleared by Winterburn. And Bold strong as ever when he needed to be. Sure. Good ball by Burrows to Burrows. That's gone out of play. The linesman's flag for a throw-in. And it's Coventry's ball. Trio of Arsenal substitutes warming up behind David Burrows. And the referee's gone across to have a word with the linesman about something that may have been said, perhaps.
I would think one of the substitutes disagree with the linesman's decision.
Hughes is the guilty party, perhaps. Driven in by Williams. Alistair couldn't quite control it. It's broken loose to Merson. Now Bergkamp. This is Vieira. That's no foul. Even though he's looking for the whistle, he's not going to hear it. Adams has defended brilliantly again tonight. Vieira. I've got to say, Williams has done equally well for Coventry, and he's being fouled by Vieira.
Well, that's about the 5th or 6th foul that Vieira's committed tonight. He may find himself a little bit unlucky in going the book for this one. Definitely post back Williams here.
Two yellow cards on the night for Arsenal, 77 for the season, and counting. So whatever they do in the Premiership, they're not going to win the Fair Play League. In fact, they're lucky you can't get relegated from the Fair Play League. Something he'll have to work on next season, perhaps. Burrows angles his free kick in towards Williams. It was Bold who got it away. Now Strachan. McAllister. Telfer. Done well here, Telfer. Williams is forward again. And that just looped gently in the end to Seaman, but it was a decent effort. And Coventry had it back with Wheeler. Strachan. Ian Wright who closed him down. It's not often you have to say good defending from Ian Wright, but that's what it was. And Coventry having a little purple patch here. Ooh, that ball from McAllister invited the interception. Not like him. Huckabee did brilliantly. Strachan. Not the best ball he's played. Adams couldn't go back to his goalkeeper. That route was cut off and he's given it away to Strachan. What a mistake from Tony Adams. Still Strachan. And it's gone in behind Huckabee, but here's Whelan retrieving it. Telfer. And Love on the far post. Headed away from him. And Coventry really moving well here. Arsenal were given a free kick, and the referee has refused to let them take it quickly.
Well, there was so much happening there, Alan. Off the ball incidents. And once again, this is a foul, but Arsenal quickly get it down, take a quick free kick, and they're penalised.
Well, I think we're all grateful for the pause for breath.
There's another incident between Adams and Telfer off the ball, which was quite ugly. I'm pleased that the linesman and referee didn't spot it.
What an eventful night. And we still have 20 minutes to try and find a winner here. A draw of less use, strangely enough, to Arsenal than it might be to Coventry, who would go on to 38 if they do draw tonight. And still leave themselves needing a couple more points, at least, to be secure as the end of the season nears. Good ball, Winterburn finding Platt. McAllister with the interception and strong. Telfer. That could be a useful ball. Adams has only managed to play it to Huckabee and then fouls the Coventry man. And I think there might be another card on the way, perhaps. No, in fact, the free kick has gone the opposite way. Now that's an interesting decision. And it has caused an incident, as you're seeing the replay there, between Strachan and Adams. A little flare-up that the referee saw and has to try and deal with now. And all credit to Winterburn for trying to keep Strachan away from the referee here, because I think if he said to him what he first thought, well done Nigel Winterburn, that's excellent. He's tried to calm an explosive situation there. And for a guy who's on the wrong end of a bit of bad sportsmanship on Saturday, excellent to see Winterburn's attitude. Hope that adds a few more to his testimonial gate. May the 13th, remember that match. Well, where to look next in this game? Adams. Dixon. Ball's out of play, which gives me the opportunity to tell you about another big night of boxing coming up on Sky Box Office on Saturday, May the 3rd. 3 world title fights. Prince Nassim Hamed tops the bill. And if you want more details on this special pay-per-view event, call our information line 0990 800 888. 0990 800 888. Strachan. No free kick, he'll be furious again. Lovely layup. Bergkamp. Flat. Merson. This looks ominous for Coventry, this Arsenal attack. Dixon joins in. Spectacular clearance, has only gone as far as Vieira. And Love. There's the danger. Bergkamp. Huckabee is offside. Well, it's been a hectic, frantic match, and an old head, if you'll pardon the phrase, might be of some use to Coventry now. Kevin Richardson, 34, in his 17th season in the game, is about to add his experience to the Coventry midfield. Burrows has the ball back for them. Strachan. Wheeler. Again, it really moves around it so quickly. Williams foul.
It looks like a substitution will take place, and that'll give the players a bit of a breather. Really has been end-to-end in the second half. I think they were trying to get Strachan off, and he's saying, I'm okay. I'm the boss, I'll do what I want.
Interesting one, that. Looks like he's overruled his number 2, Alec Miller, and Gary Pendry, so he's got to get the tracksuit back on again. Well, that might be a first. Quarter of an hour to go. The old chap has still got plenty of running left in him, he thinks, and as he's the boss, he makes the decisions. Don't forget, it's your vote for man of the match. 0891 11 1101. That's 0891 11 1101. Call us now. Quarter of an hour remaining. Will there be a winner? An awkward clearance for Adams, but he got it out of danger. Priority number 1.
Got a clever ball out from Strachan, just played it in behind them, knew that it would cause a problem for the Arsenal back 3, using the pace once again of Huckabee.
Strachan's still there, fighting into the challenges. And Love sprinting to close down Keogh. Adams. Strachan doing likewise on him. Telfer finding Huckabee. And the big, strong, long-striding Vieira on a tremendous run from outside his own penalty area into the next box and slides it through to, of all people, the captain, Tony Adams. That would never have happened in days gone by at Arsenal, would it?
What a great surging run that was from Vieira. Strachan does his best to stay with him. Surges through. Little ball inside Williams for Adams. Good defending from Williams.
And they're having a double substitution here. The young man, 18-year-old Nicholas Anelka, has come on to replace Paul Merson, and Gordon Strachan has finally submitted to the bench and allowed Kevin Richardson to take his place, a former Arsenal man, title winner in fact in his Highbury days, of course. Meantime, a corner, and the first touch from Anelka was to win the header. Dixon, back in it goes. He's come out to the substitute once more. His shot well blocked. And of all people, it's Bergkamp back defending. Tony Adams attacking in the other penalty area. Bergkamp back defending. What's going on? A much more fluid system at Arsenal these days, and it makes them a much better team to watch. Flat. Bergkamp, good ball. Off he goes again. Vieira, those long legs, cover up the ground, and he finds Anelka. Back it goes to right. There's a great challenge by Williams. Possible goal-saving tackle, that one.
What a great break that was. Started from Dennis Bergkamp. Vieira's always in close support. Another surging run. Picks out Anelka. Knew exactly where right was, but so did Williams. Just gets his tackle in the nick of time.
Anelka's got straight into the action here. Coming on as a substitute in that 3-0 win at Chelsea for his debut. And that'll be a goal kick. No, he's kept it in play, Oggy, and the ball just seems to never go out of play in this game. The statistic on that particular one will be interesting. I can't remember a game where the ball seems to have been in play so often for so long. Winterburn. Challenged by Telfer. Free kick.
And as you can see there, Telfer just gets a little bit of the ball.
And a lot of Winterburn.
Yeah. 2/3 of Winterburn, a third of the ball. Can't believe Bode wants the ball there. He should be up in the penalty box, surely. Just 10 minutes left.
Keown is certainly going in that direction. Bergkamp with a layoff. And Bode beaten to it by Wheeler. Well played, Winterburn. But a handball decision goes against Arsenal. And yet again, the free kick is taken so quickly. Wheeler. Well, both teams are fighting for every challenge here. And with 10 minutes to go, anything could happen still in this game. There's never, ever in this match been a sense of anything other than two teams going for a win. Adams. Anelka. Well played. Winterburn. Bergkamp looks for right. And Burrows clears his lines. Vieira, Bergkamp.
I certainly feel that Coventry need a little bit more off the front too, Alan, in terms of attacking and defensive work.
Coventry pressing up on Arsenal in the middle of the field, forcing the ball to be played wide where it's been miscontrolled by Dixon. Williams in trouble here against Vieira. He's had a splendid game, Williams. He's got a free kick here. And Vieira had better keep his views to himself, having already been yellow carded.
It was great pressing, but I think the referee's correct. Williams slightly fortunate to get away with that. He was the last man. Should be clearing from those sort of situations. Can't be dwelling on the ball when you're the last man.
Well, tomorrow night, the action moves on to Hillsborough. The FA Cup semi-final replay. Division 2 Chesterfield against the multi-million-dollar man from Middlesbrough. You can see the game exclusively live on Sky Sports 1. Our programme begins at 7. Minutes to go here. Anelka, lovely skill from him. And a good ball for Platt. Adams forward again. And Vieira in the right place again in the centre circle. Keogh. Bergkamp does that brilliantly, he just leans into defenders. He felt he should have had a free kick then. Williams delighted the referee has waved play on, and a risky ball by Coventry. And they're still shooting themselves in the foot here. Ian Wright! Well, Coventry seem to be committing Harry Carey then.
Well, it was unbelievably bad defending. I think it was no Whelan who passed it across his box. Then it was Telfer, I think, who gave it away. Here you see Telfer, closed down by Winterburn. Ball falls to right. Dregs his shot wide.
And that was the Williams challenge on Bergkamp.
That for me is a foul.
Yeah. Well, another change made by Arsenal. Ray Parlour replacing Lee Dixon.
Yet another positive move from Arsene Wenger. He knows he must go all out for victory. Forfeits a defender in Dixon. Midfield player in Parlour comes on.
Yes, in the last 10 minutes, Arsenal have looked the more likely of the two teams to win this game. Although you have to say in the 10 minutes that preceded that, it was Coventry that had some wonderful chances. Richardson now finding Huckabee. McAllister. There's Wheeler. Too far for Unlove, but it almost came back to him off Parlour. And Keogh still not sure which way to go here. McAllister keeps the pressure on. And that was good defending. Let's remind you of the number to ring for man of the match. Your verdict. 0891 11 11 01. That's 0891 11 11 01. No extra time for once, so your vote will really count. Here's Unlove. Oh, got that all wrong. Well, we had a dramatic start to this game. Will we see a dramatic finish? 5 minutes to go. 1-1. Parlour's first contribution. Coventry get the throw. This is Huckabee. Keown right behind him. Burrows complains he hasn't really got a target. McAllister provides one. And Burrows dispossessed and deliberately tugged back Bergkamp.
Well, that's what Vieira was booked for, wasn't he, for pulling the shirt?
Well, I was just going to say that. I mean, they do amaze you at times, referees, don't they? On any other occasion, that had to be a yellow card. There you go. One day we will understand them. Platt.
I think the referee's doing a great job, Alan, anyway. I don't agree with you.
Well, you've always been the diplomat. Anelka, right with a chance to win it. Oh. Well, that was one man you would take to win a game.
Well, it's a great opportunity, wasn't it? Instant control from right, onto his right foot, straight into Grizovic.
Was that the chance for 3 points? Or will there still be a goal-scoring, match-winning hero out there? 3 minutes remaining. Will 1 point be enough to preserve Coventry's status after 30 consecutive seasons in the top division? Can they get the three? Whelan. Lunging challenge by Adams to win the ball back. Will Arsenal need 3 points to head off Liverpool in the race for second place, if that's what it's to be, if, as everyone expects, Manchester United win the title? Winterberg. Anelka. And Wenger, a more animated figure than I've seen him many times. 2 minutes to go. Free kick to Arsenal for the foul on Anelka. I think the Arsenal fans are going to like him. And he's done well again here, Anelka. And he was having his shorts tugged as well. Arsenal's free kick.
This time,
Everyone forward.
yeah, I was going to say, Keown, Bode, Adams have all gone forward.
Only David Seaman left in the Arsenal half. Winterburn will take the kick. What a crucial moment this could be. But Igricevic makes a very easy catch in the end. And then there was an incident involving Keown. Now something else has gone on off the ball with Vieira on the far side. And the Lions is going to have to report what happened here because the referee had his back turned. It's going off all over the place now. Ian Wright, as usual, has got himself involved in something that didn't initially concern him. Keown was involved before that. The linesman will have a bit of talking to do to the referee as well when he's finished in the penalty area.
And if the linesman reports what he sees, Vieira could be off.
That's the first incident. And then, when the ball was thrown out by Igricevic, Vieira got involved right under the gauge of the linesman, who doesn't seem concerned about bringing that to the attention of the referee, which does surprise me. Bergkamp. Well, Andy Gray's going to have to use all his wizardry and technology, perhaps, to sort out that little incident at the end. We simply haven't had time to get back to it. Bold header on. Oh, and it clawed its way across the face of the goal from Anelka's little toe poke.
Well, this time the linesman is flagging for something. I think I can only assume it's in for a foul throw. And that, if it had gone in, would have been disallowed. Because the linesman is flagged, and now it's a throw to be taken by Williams. What a finish that would have been.
Now the rebound has taken it deep into Coventry territory again, and Williams slipped as he was trying to clear the ball. The referee's looking at his watch as Arsenal try to retrieve it quickly. And the final whistle has sounded. And a remarkable match in many respects has ended level here at Highfield Road. Coventry City taking the lead inside the first 90 seconds with a goal by Dion Dublin. Arsenal equalising from the penalty spot, the scorer Ian Wright. In and around those two goals, there were so many talking points, so many incidents, right down to the end. And a final score that perhaps won't suit either team that much. Coventry City 1, Arsenal 1.
Well, he's enjoyed his night. Ian Wright, the goal scorer for Arsenal, equalising Dion Dublin's earlier goal for Coventry. The Carling man of the match, what are your thoughts on that? 0891 111101 is the number. Give us a call now. 0891 111101. 1-1 at Highfield Road. A lot to talk about with Andy Gray when we come back on the Monday Night Football.